Welcome back for another episode of the Clashing Conferences podcast, basketball edition. First, we want to just thank our sponsor, Sparo Hair Studios. So if you want a nice, fresh cut, go to Lancaster, PA, and ask for Lean. I hear she's awesome. I haven't been, but I'll need a haircut soon, so I can't wait.
Get that ragu look. Get that ragu do.
Yeah, big ragu.
Please don't.
So I know we had a lot of trades that happened that riled you guys up this week. So I kind of want to let you guys hash out what I was seeing in texts and just kind of let's see what you guys think.
Michael, you should go. Your team hasn't won in a week. I feel bad.
Well, he's a Sixers and Phillies fan. He's
Hey, you know I am. I'm all Phillied up this week. I'm here to antagonize Chris. Got my Eagles jersey in the background. I'm wearing red for my girlfriend team, the Sixers. But as far as the Hornets go, we have not won a game since we recorded our last podcast. We're currently down 17 to the Bucks in the third quarter. So that's a live look at our current state of the game. I don't know
if Tony P when we need him.
Looks like Miles Bridges is playing, so we didn't trade him for a first-round pick yet, unfortunately. But we lost a big game to the Washington team this week, who's at the bottom. And I was looking, man, I'm pretty excited about us being in this Cooper Flagg hunt. The more I look at it, we're like fourth or fifth to the bottom of the standings right now. And we ain't climbing nowhere with all our best players hurt for most of the rest of the year, it's looking like. And Cooper Flagg could change the fortune of any team he comes to immediately.
But like the Hornets?
Yeah.
Even the Hornets?
Yeah. Cooper Flagg's the best prospect probably since LeBron.
Really?
No joke.
I had to really check him out. I just been going by.
If you ain't seen this kid play, he is
see some highlights. I gotta check it out.
Full package.
Topher, did you see him play in scrimmage with the Olympic team?
No.
Okay, because he was in high school and he was giving them work.
Yeah.
Work. Go look. You got to find the video, man.
Look it up. I got it.
All of them.
I mean, Mike's been talking about him for a couple of weeks. I'm not a big I don't worry about college basketball until the tournament. But yeah, I got to check him out.
You know who he reminds me of, Mike? I wonder if you'll co-sign this. He reminds me of Kenyon Martin, but bigger, and if he could shoot threes and had a reliable jumper.
I could see it. The only difference I would say is I think this kid's basketball IQ is almost unmatched. And that's where I see the LeBron comparison. Yeah. Not, as much as anything, LeBron, when he came in at 18, his basketball IQ was off the charts. I mean, he came in, he was passing, and he knew he could play with the speed of the NBA game, and he just flowed right in as a young kid. And I think Flagg will do the same.
Can he play point guard?
I don't know. I don't think so. He can handle the ball for sure. I don't know if you want to play a point guard.
I'll have to check him out.
What about these trades, boys?
Where do you want to start? I mean,
let's talk with the poopy pants Lakers.
Oh man,
I their little collusion or whatever they got going on.
I think everybody's just shocked. Nobody gets it. Like it doesn't. I mean, just straight up, who won the trade? Yeah, who won the trade? Is it to
LA?
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, they have no big guy. I mean, I know they're going to be going after a big guy. And what if? I don't know. I feel like Davis can slide right on in and help that Dallas team, man. And I don't know. I don't know.
Long term, I feel like
long term. I mean, long term.
They got a star.
They do, and that's what I was saying to Patty today when they were riding me about this stupid trade about Brunson and LeBron. I'm like, LeBron, they're phasing him out. They brought Luka in to phase him out. Like this is their future of the franchise. He's the face of their franchise in the future. Absolutely. Anthony Davis, I guess, wasn't going to be that. But I could see Anthony Davis stepping in Dallas in that rotation and being a piece for them. Like, I think it might be better for them in the moment. I mean, I guess it depends on what the Lakers bring in, too. They got to get a big guy. They need
They don't have
a big
anything.
man.
They don't have anything. But they got their future star. That's the thing.
Yeah, so it wasn't for right now. So
yeah,
I think it's crazy that Dallas didn't open it up to an open market and let teams bid on them, I think they could have gotten way, way more than they got from the Lakers.
Yeah,
it's crazy to just pick one team and be like, all right, let's deal for one of the top three players in the league, instead of saying, hey, look, this guy's available, and trying to get the best package you can.
Rudy Gobert gets 4 first rounders.
Yeah. 4. Yeah.
Rudy Gobert.
And they're going to get one with AD. You know, I mean, AD's a great player, don't get me wrong.
He is a great player. Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Hurt.
Apparently, I still think they could have got more if they opened it up to a
I heard some crazy stuff
market.
though, man. I heard like these guys got together like 3 months ago and we're talking about it over coffee. It was like all quiet. Like they trusted each other. And then there's the rumor he just didn't like Luka. He just didn't like him. Like he took the beer out of his hand. I think it was him. Remember the wife thing? I mean, I don't know about this wife thing that's surfacing now is kind of crazy.
That's dumb.
Apparently she had the hots for him, and multiple people have said it now. I mean, I'm just speculating and trolling, but why? Like, the trade still blows my mind. The trade still blows my mind.
Yeah. Makes no sense. I just don't see how it makes the
Lakers better right now.
The only part that makes a lot of sense to me is that Luka was up for this Supermax contract. And it was going to be the biggest contract in NBA history by far. It was going to be for like $345 million if he signed it. And they were they didn't even know if they wanted him to sign it.
Yeah.
You know, so like it was a concern of giving one guy that much money. And now the way you see these teams who, you know, have too many stars on their team like the Suns, and they can't really make deals now. And Dallas was worried about hitting these aprons and all that stuff that they talk about now. And, you know, if they did end up keeping Luka for all that money, it was different. Because when the Lakers got him, he's not eligible for the Supermax. He's eligible for like a regular max.
Tons of money, right?
But it's literally like $100 million less or something like that. It's much more manageable for the Lakers to have him on a max contract than it was for Dallas.
100%.
So that part of it you can see and understand a little bit, but I still feel like they could have got more.
Do you feel like they really didn't trust him being overweight and they thought that was why? Do you really believe that?
Possibly part of
for
it.
That kind of money?
You want to give that's a lot of money to give somebody that has
but so does Jokic looks the same way though. He looks like look at him. I say it about Embiid all the time too. I said Embiid looks like he's lazy, dopey, unathletic, and he can go out and get a triple-double after not playing for 3 weeks. So Luka does it, man, and he's the face of the franchise. That's why I don't know, man. I know you think I'm crazy. I think there might be some other stuff there. It might not be about the weight. The dude balls, man. Breaking news, by the way. I hate to interrupt. Breaking news. I think Jimmy Butler's a Warrior. I think it just happened.
Wow.
Yeah, I just seen an alert, and I think Cody just texted us as well. Yeah, I just
know what for.
I don't yet. I don't know if anybody has quick.
It's not tied to Kentucky. How'd Cody get that breaking news?
I don't know, but I seen it too.
Come on, he don't watch nothing but Kentucky Live Radio or something like that. He was telling us about down there at his local bar.
Imagine Cody's room is like what a security guard sees.
All right, here we go. Jimmy Butler traded the Warriors, signs $121 million contract. Heat get Wiggins and more.
And he said he would not sign with the Warriors just a day or two ago. So things must have really collapsed with Phoenix pretty quick.
Who's more?
I'm hearing Durant's going back possibly to the Warriors.
He shut that down today too. He said he had no interest in going back.
But
it's not up to him. They could still trade him. But
I heard. That's what I'm trying to say here. But I heard Butler wanted to go to the Suns with him. So maybe now that he's going to the Warriors, maybe he'll go back to the Warriors. That's just what I'm thinking. And they both just said they weren't going there. Okay. It's crazy.
All right. Wow.
And you know they hate losing out there in Golden State. They hate it.
Oh, yeah.
And they still got
wouldn't
Steph.
That be something if they got all of a sudden out of nowhere got Butler and Durant?
Wow. I know. And people force themselves into these situations. I still think I don't want to jump around too much, but I still think Spurs won the best. They got the best. I think the Spurs are in the best shape after their trade right now. They look good for the future, man.
Another garbage trade.
I think the Spurs look good for the future, man.
Oh, Spurs look great. Kings, what are they doing?
Yeah, Bulls got fleeced too, though, didn't it?
Yeah, the best part about that trade is the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox. Tell me what they gave up.
Nothing.
They got the bull.
say.
They convinced the Bulls.
That's what I'm saying.
To
Bulls
give up the
nothing
second
back.
best player in that trade so they could make this happen. And they basically gave up nothing to get De'Aaron Fox, who was by far the best player in the trade.
And I feel
also, didn't Ben call that? Was he like, where did that come from? Because he said it and then it happened. And I was like, he must have heard something or pulled it out.
That had been speculated. De'Aaron Fox had specifically said out loud that he wanted to be in San Antonio.
Yeah, I feel like the Bulls, I know they wanted to dump people, but they didn't get anything. Like, I don't
feel like
they
did. Of squirrels with typewriters that work at their place. Like, what are they doing?
I think they just wanted to, like Corey was saying, just start over, just rip it apart, lose some games now.
Like, what are they doing?
They got their own pick back from a previous trade. They had traded their first round pick in next year's draft to San Antonio at some point along the way. And that's what they got back in this trade. Wow. They got their own pick back. So that's good because, I mean, Chicago's not having a great year. They'll probably get a half decent pick,
yeah.
Possibly. So, I mean, it's good to get your pick back, but that sucks to give up your players just to get your own pick back.
Yeah. Shame we don't have Corey on air to give us his opinion. I don't get it. I don't know. Other trades, Middleton gets Tony. Tony's not here to.
Yeah, Tony's not here to defend giving up Middleton for Kuzma.
What do you think of that? Is he going to? I mean, he's younger.
I think Middleton's better.
Tony's going to be smitten over that trade. What are you, nuts?
You guys you guys might kill me for this, but with the age difference and stuff, I feel like it's kind of a lateral trade. At least Kuzma will be around for a while. But I think for a team trying to win right now, I think you might as well just kept Middleton, right? I don't know.
It was as much a salary dump for the Bucks as anything else.
Is that what it was? That's what I mean. But like in the playoffs, if they're trying to compete, are they better off with Middleton or Kuzma right now?
Kuzma, right? I think something's wrong with Middleton.
Do you?
I think so. Yeah,
he's old.
But that's what I was saying. Like we were talking about that stuff earlier. I think they're kind of like it's kind of a lateral trade, but Kuzma's going to be around longer, right? Plus, you get the money. You get the money. You get the money dump as well, though. I think it's a more friendly contract than Middleton's contract.
I don't know. I want to say, Mike, you're the stat man, so
Mike would know more.
I want to say that Middleton still has a year or two left, and Kuzma could be on his last year. So this could help the Bucks free up some money sooner rather than later. And if Middleton's hurt, you got a younger asset, at least in the short term.
Yeah.
But also, Bucks suck. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, it's because it rhymes. It rhymes with Bucks.
Let's not forget that.
Looks like
we have a special guest.
Ooh.
We don't know a whole lot about you, Juice, so why don't you tell us your fandom to the Sixers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And any kind of connections you might have with them.
No, been a lifelong fan. I grew up in the Iverson era, obviously. Been around here forever, suffering like they're all the rest of us. It's been horrible. And it's extremely horrible right now. But yeah, Philly kid all day. I grew up about 45 minutes outside of the city, Kennedy Square. I'm a barber. They're a home shop.
Awesome.
Been there now, just chilling to get in the mix. My fault for being late. I was stuck behind an accident.
Nah, you're good,
all good, man.
Great to meet you.
To the team.
Yeah, good to have you. So,
appreciate it, man.
Sixers, they're you said it's horrible, right? Is that like your number one out of all the teams? That's like your favorite? Like,
yeah, if you had a rank,
hardcore. Yeah, hardcore. All right.
You 4 for 4.
We heard you're
Eagles,
a big Philly
Phillies,
guy. So.
All that.
All that, even the Flyers.
Okay,
everybody.
Nice.
They suck forever.
But you're fired up about
true
Sunday.
Philly
though.
4 for 4 guy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Sunday. I'm trying not to lose my mind. I was supposed to be down in New Orleans. The only reason, to be honest with you, I didn't go. New Orleans is my wife and I's favorite city, and I thought I was gonna get my head chopped off if I left to go down for the Super Bowl. So I didn't even bring it up. I just decided to chill out, stay home. But I'm ready. I got my Jeremiah Trotter jersey ready.
Okay.
We're about to be in there.
Okay.
I'm actually going down the weekend after, and I hope it's not burnt to the ground.
I mean, if we lose, it might be. Because Philly is already taking over down there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, huh?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's looking a little crazy. Even the what's the guy from Fox News? Jim Kelly.
Yeah, his videos have been
Mike.
hilarious.
But that's him all the time. Like, as you can clearly see, he pulled three girls from New York just walking around Bourbon Street. Insane. It's about to be a problem, and everybody's down there. Everybody's there.
Crazy.
Yeah, Steve was telling me with you being a Kennett Square guy, you're familiar with Letty's.
Yeah, my shop. If you know Letty's, right there on State Street, you know where La Verona is, like right on the other side of the street. My shop is in the back of the building where La Verona is. Like I'm right there in the mix.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
All right, we'll go check them out.
I worked on Cypress for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, you know what it is. That's why. Am I seeing a Randall Cunningham jersey?
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'm supporting you this week. I'm a Bears fan, but I'm supporting you this week.
Okay. So you understand what I'm talking about suffering then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's also a Hornets fan.
Yeah, all of his teams. So he supports the Sixers too. So yeah, he's like the biggest.
Okay.
Yeah. So even though we don't have
I'm from your area originally.
We don't have a Sixers rep yet, but he supports them all the time because the Hornets suck.
Yeah, his girlfriend team.
Gotcha.
What?
Yeah, but he don't come on and he won't come on.
Oh well, you haven't invited him, sir.
Hey, there's 3 other people here that can invite him. Bring him on.
We actually have a bunch of Sixers guys on the network now.
They're not an official rep yet. Like somebody to take the bull by the horns. All right. We were talking about these trades, Juice. What do you think about this Luka AD trade?
So I'm gonna be for real. Like, I'm still mentally trying to process it, only because I can understand being upset. Obviously, with having Joel, I understand what it's like to have a quote unquote superstar. Joel is not a Luka. Don't get me wrong. I'm not delusional like that. But to have your best player and quote unquote superstar that never wants to come in shape, never wants to be like real. Like being from Philly and the Philly area and the mentality we have. Like, if you're not a dog, I don't bang with you, and I can get all that.
Glad to hear that.
100%. Like,
I'm glad to hear it because I feel like all the other reps support him, and I yell at him. I'm like, "Why are you supporting him? They don't even show up."
I had it, to be for real, at first. I think Joel got a pass from a lot of us because we had to deal more with Ben.
So anything was okay compared to that.
Good point. Plus he played at an MVP level. Like he does. Like that. He had a triple-double last night.
Yeah. Like he plays
talent
when he's there.
You cannot question his talent.
When he's
good.
When he's healthy and playing well, he can dominate a game. Absolutely.
That's it.
I never not said that. But your best ability is your availability, right?
Absolutely. That's it. That's all it is. Like I'm sick about it. Like, even whatever. We'll get to that. That's later on. But Luka. So the only thing that gets me is, like, you just look at it. He was 5-time All-NBA the last 5 years. So if you're going to put him with Bron, if he can find a way to lock in the way that Bron did, because even LeBron admitted he never took care of his body and all that well until he got to Miami, which is that was 6 or 7, I want to say, something like that. And we're at Luka right now. We're at year 7 or 8, something like that. With Luka.
I feel like LeBron was always in better shape than Luka, though.
Always better. I can give you that.
But I do agree. That's part of it. I think, like we brought up how it doesn't make sense. I think he is a good role model for Luka. I think LeBron absolutely is. But I thought maybe he would want to go. But I don't know. He said he don't want to go. He said if I wanted to go, I'd be out of here. He
would have been gone.
Yeah, he said that yesterday. He said I could just.
I want to ask you something because you were saying about his year, but have you considered the fact that he has been playing pro ball since he was early teens, right? So if he hasn't been taking care of himself, and if he's been playing hard and getting his butt kicked by the grown men as a young kid, I'm wondering if his body might be breaking down earlier.
Talking about Luka?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, he's only 20.
He's been a pro since he was 13 overseas.
Yep. Yeah,
everybody forgets that. So technically, this is year 12 as a pro. So
Maybe they do know something and they want to give him all that money. I
that they
mean,
want to
but he
give
is
away.
only 26, man. And if he
Right.
has any motivation now, he got motivation now because they basically
He's
said
about to snap.
we didn't believe in you. So
If that's what I said, if he can lock in with LeBron and really like do better at taking care of his body, you literally handed the Lakers another LeBron. And it's no shade. Like Anthony Davis, I think Anthony Davis is a great player. And I will say, the only part of the thing of everyone's talking about, I I do think Dallas played themselves with the trade, but I honestly think AD is a better fit for the rest of the team
I just
right
said that before
now.
you got on. I said I think he's going to slide right in there, and they're going to benefit from that now. I think
Facts.
I said that.
He's sold. Well, since everyone, he's always been
I'm
complaining
see.
about not playing the five. They got Lively and Gafford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
he's about to be at the four where
He's
he
going to
wants
play
to
his
be.
real position. Yep, and he's going. Yep.
That's it. He's gonna go over there and kill. It's gonna be so ugly with him. Like I keep thinking about it, and I thought it was a
I
little
love it.
crazy because I thought earlier with either you could have Luka and Kyrie, and then you got Clay in the corner. So now you're gonna have pick and roll with he can either be either one of the fives, but I feel like it's gonna be Kyrie AD with Clay in the corner.
Mhm.
And then you're going to have any of the slashers. Like, I'm a big fan of Lively. I actually watched him play a lot in high school when before I opened up my shop in Kennett. I used to work over in Westchester, cruising style, right on Gate Street. It's right around the corner from the high school Lively went to. So I've seen him consistently. Lively, he's, again, I don't bang with you if you're not a dog. Lively is a dog.
Where'd he
Nice.
go to school?
He went to Westtown.
Get out of here! I didn't know that.
He went to Westtown,
I
and it
used
was
to
at
go
Duke.
watch Mo Bamba and some of those guys on that team play when
Yep.
they were at West Town.
I
I
used
did
to
not
cut
know
Cam Reddish
Lively
when they
was
were
there
over
as
there.
well. All right,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Lively was like, I want to say after, so you obviously, remember the Cam Reddish, Mo
Yeah,
Bamba, and
yep,
the
yeah,
Randolph, that
yep.
team.
Oh yeah.
Lively was 2 years later.
Okay.
He was right there in the
Wow.
mix. And and even like you talking about kids being hungry, unfortunately, Lively was a single parent household. His mother passed last season before they made the finals. So like he's 22 right now, 21, 22. He has nothing but basketball to live for. I
Yeah.
hate to say it like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like no family, he doesn't have kids, nothing like that. But
Small world.
I'm saying,
Dave, I know you're not the biggest basketball guy, but I'm sure you're familiar with the Lakers-Celtics rivalry, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with the fact that the ratings have been down in the NBA recently?
Not that familiar, but
So you're trying to say we gotta get the Lakers,
I'm
Celtics?
saying they're trying to spice it up and reverse it, where they're like, look, let's get some black dudes on the Celtics and some white dudes on the Lakers, and we'll just do this thing reverse,
Guys.
like the '80s.
You know, it would be nice. A Lakers Knicks championship would really be good for the NBA. Come on, man.
Get the hell out of here!
You gotta get the NBA needs the Knicks to win. Come on, man. That would be.
now I will admit, I am enjoying the NBA a lot better because the Knicks are better. I feel like
I am
in
too,
the
Juice.
East,
I'm
as
enjoying
much
the NBA a
I'm
lot
sure
better
you
as
are.
well, buddy.
no.
Especially being a Philly area guy. I watched all those guys at Nova. Now, the one part that still makes me sick to my stomach is the fact that you guys got Mikal Bridges. And the reason, if you really look going back a few years when he got drafted, we had him. I'm sure you know the whole story. His mother worked for the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
He's from West Philly.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Overbrook. We got him. I was like, that's the final piece. That's it. And we traded him for a to make it a year and a half in the league. Get out of here. Like, get out of here. I promise you, everything in me wants to burn down the whole back office of the Sixers.
Crazy thing is,
I don't understand it.
the Knicks wanted Bridges, and then they had a chance to get him, and then we ended up having to give up five? What is it, Mike? 5 first-round draft
Way
picks
too
for him?
many.
Yeah.
Whatever it was way too many.
But it's worth it to try to win now, and he's a perfect piece for us. With OG,
I agree.
having them two wings, and they can both play D, it was. I mean, the night we beat the Grizzlies, he was huge on both ends of the court against Morant, and then on offense scored 28. Dude, any given night, any of those guys can beat you. So that's
facts. And Mikal, anyone that I didn't mean to cut you off, but anyone that questions Mikal, I go back to the game with the Suns when they were in the finals against the Bucks. he had to guard Chris Middleton, and he dropped 29 in the finals. Like he's not a big game guy. What? Who are we talking? Thank you, dog. That's it. That's
love
all.
this guy.
That's it.
Juicy, come on.
That's
anytime you like, my man.
No,
let's go.
Don't pander to
Let's go. Man, dude, these guys rag on me all the time, call me a dumb New Yorker, delusional. I've been everything I've been saying today. People have been backing me up. I got a new New York follower, Karan. Let's go. This might be our year, fellas. Let's go.
I will admit, you guys still aren't getting past the Celtics. No shade.
Oh, stop.
But
all right.
I'm just being for real.
That's what I want. I want it to come down to that. I always say, like they laugh at me.
I don't think they get past your Sixers if the Sixers are healthy.
Stop, dude.
Nah, bro. We're trash. We're trash. We're getting dog walked. What do you have? What was the series last year? It was 4-1.
It went 7. It went 7. It did go 7, didn't it? Mike, you wanted it to go 7. It went 7. Knicks.
I don't remember. I thought it might have been 6.
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
No, it was.
I thought it was a gentleman's sweep.
No, it was at least 6. It was at least 6.
All right. I'll give you that.
But we fell apart in the playoffs last year, man. Everybody got hurt, and they rag on me about that. But to beat the Celtics, we need our starting 5. Our starting 5 is healthy.
Everybody.
Yeah. They laugh at me all the time. I think we'll be wrong with 9 in the playoffs.
Because you say the same thing all the time.
But it's the truth, though. Like last year,
Mitchell's gonna save your season.
Mitchell Robinson will be a huge asset to our team.
Or Andrew Thomas. Depends on which pod they're on.
Will you tell them Mitchell Robinson will be a huge... in New York, we call him the Block Nest Monster, baby. That dude is a beast. He is a beast, dude.
No, you don't.
Dude, I'm telling you, put him in the paint.
I haven't had any argument with anything you said. Mitchell Robinson is barbecue chicken when Joel Embiid is there.
Plays him well. If Embiid wouldn't have tried to rip his leg off last year in the playoffs,
here we go again.
We just got him back. Now, all right, Juice, did he not? He had no reason to grab his leg and pull him down, and he just got back.
Yeah.
He got hurt. OG pulled a hamstring. Listen, he got hurt. OG pulled a hamstring. Josh Hart had an abdominal strain. Brunson basically had a broken hand. And you didn't want me to cry about injuries.
They all break down at the end of the year after they're playing more minutes than any other starting 5 in the entire league.
And then this
year, Thibodeau breaks them down.
And it's even
worse this year. It's worse. So what makes you think that things are going to be different at the end of the year?
Do you want me to tell you? Because we're getting guys
back. Mitchell Robinson's going to show up and make everybody play 10 minutes less a night. That's what you've been telling us for weeks.
Achilla didn't play much in the beginning of the year.
I know. Did you hear about him? He got food poisoning. Did you hear that's over?
Shamet was out. Mitchell Robinson hasn't played yet. Cam Payne, who I do like.
Are we talking about injuries?
Listen, these are dudes that didn't play a lot, and now they're playing it in the rotation. And once we add Mitchell to that, we are getting rid of Jericho Sims too. I don't know why. I don't think we're gonna get anything back.
Nobody even knows who that is. Who we talking
about? He's another big guy that we can put in, and he plays. He needs opportunity. Tibbs has a hard time playing the young guys, but once
what about Precious getting food poisoning?
I didn't even hear that yet.
He got yammed on the other night in that. Oh my God!
Stop it! I seen it. I did see it. Food poisoning, dude. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
That's hilarious.
That's good, Matt. I mean, Rick. Good for you, Rick. Good one. Yammed on.
Hey, I think we're probably getting pretty close to our break. So,
hey,
you're the host. You should
do it. We're there. So we
just came in and dropped all this knowledge on everybody, man. We were just. Hey.
Okay, great. So if you like what we're doing here, subscribe, reach out if you want to be a part of it. We're looking to build this thing. So always keep it in mind and smash the like button. So take a little break and come back.
That was cool.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
Welcome back to the shit show, apparently, with the little turdies. Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences podcast.
I am not a Nugget.
Not Owen Hart.
During the break, we had an interesting conversation, and I know most of the guys on here have said their piece on the LeBron and Jordan competition, but it was a pretty cool conversation. So let's let Juice give his take on that whole situation.
So I will admit, I am a Jordan guy. So I don't want anyone to get that confused. However, I grew up in the era watching LeBron at every level. So LeBron's senior year was my freshman year of high school. The first time I actually ever physically saw LeBron, we went to go see Carmelo play in Jersey. This was Bron's junior year. This is the year Kenneth won state championship of basketball. When we get out there, of course, I'm coming to see Melo Fry, and then there's this kid with this afro from Akron. I'm like, what is that? Like, I've never seen anything like that. It was very different, very weird. Second time I got to see him was his senior year at the Palestra. They played, I want to say it was Rice, which is, another ranked team out of the Jersey area. And I didn't see, at that point, I've never seen someone that like physical of a specimen, be able to move at every level and do everything, hit, shoot threes, posting up. Obviously, if you're going to jump with him, he caught a body. Like, it was different. I've watched over the whole career, I've seen him at every phase of his career, I guess you could say, outside of the first window with the Cavs. So I saw, Miami. I saw him score his 25,000 point in Philly when his first year back with the Cavs. Watching, him go through that, even the transition. The only LeBron I have not seen is Laker LeBron. Now, seeing that I am a Jordan guy, but looking at basketball totality, like when you look at someone that could do almost everything on the court. I know Jordan has the all defensive, the defensive player of the years. I get all that. Jordan's a two-side guy. He's a dog. Like, there's no question in the comparison. But I look at it from the point of view, if you were building a player and you're trying to teach someone to play, would you rather them take every shot or make the right play first? LeBron came in the league. They said he couldn't shoot. He is now, we all know he's a all-time leading scorer. He's a pass-first guy. He's going to finish his career top 5 in almost every statistical category.
Yeah.
He's going to, even from a defensive standpoint, even though he doesn't have the defensive player of the year, it's kind of crazy to me to even think, looking at, and people try to compare the eras, the physicality, the fact that we just watched LeBron in the Olympics guard 1 through 5. And this is now, that was, at the end of year 21. That's a little freakish. Like, and I think the style of play, I played point guard. I definitely obviously didn't make it to any near high level like that. I remember playing in Simon Gratz and stuff in the summer, playing against the Morris twins. That's when I realized very quickly to go become a barber or become an accountant, because this is not for me. It's not it. I'm a pass first guy, but watching his style of play, and no matter what it is, he tries to make the right play consistently. He can has been able to guard 1 through 5, has been able to do so much. I don't want to say it's getting hard, but I feel like it's a legitimate argument right now. Like, if you can look at it on both sides, like, yes, we know Mike as the killer. Mike's going to take the shot. We don't care. Mike, bless you. Mike doesn't care.
I know.
No.
Mike doesn't care if it's all 5 people guarding him on the court. He's the one that's going to shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And,
he threw it to Paxton. He threw it to Steve Kerr now.
He did. I can give you that. There's a couple
LeBron
of times,
people used to rag on him for not taking the last shot, and then the guy would miss, and they'd be like, "You're supposed to have that killer instinct. You should want to go out and win the game." I mean, it's sad. It's sad that we even have to have. We should just enjoy them all, but we always have that.
Exactly.
It's a totally different style. But like, I just look at the accolades and the amount of time that MJ did it and the way he did it. Like, I mean, he missed time. He like he always played 82 games. He won 3 championships in a row. Took time off, came back and did it again. Like he was like, I don't know, man. That's just my thing. And it's never lost in the finals. I mean, that has to mean something.
I can respect that. The only thing, even though he never lost in the finals, I still think LeBron getting to the finals as many times he did.
That's
a few
remarkable.
Of those teams, a few of those teams, they had no business being in the finals.
I agree.
To be for real, the first one
Cavs
with the Cavs,
team.
I was like, how? That one, and I still think to this day, I think the best LeBron we saw was the 2018. Of course, don't get me wrong, they got swept in the finals by the Warriors with the KD and all those monsters.
Right.
However,
which we're probably gonna be looking at.
No, he's out. Did you see the other trade since you guys been on?
We heard that Jimmy Butler went there, but I told them there was a time where Jimmy Butler and him wanted to go and play in the Suns together. So now that Butler's over there, they both said they didn't want to go there. Now they might both end up there. That was just
maybe.
Hopefully, I said it first and it happens. Give us
something more trades.
Give the podcast an attaboy or something. But I mean, I don't know. There was a time. I remember Corey got mad at me. There was a time somewhere in the middle. I think it was probably in the Miami phase. Like I did, man. I was like, man, I've never seen nothing like this. Like on everything that he could do. But of course he's going to have all them records and stats. And like Mike says, all the usage, all them years, of course he's going to put up and surpass everybody and everything. I mean, got a lot of usage and a lot of years.
Now you want to ride with my usage argument.
No, but this is 20-some years versus like 11. Like, and all the accolades that Jordan did.
To be fair, the one piece, and no one has ever been able to give me a clear answer for this. So we look at, because they talk about Bron having the mind he has, the mind he has for the game. Like he's obviously one of the smartest people we've seen to play.
Absolutely.
Where did that come from? Because Bron he's had a lot of rookie coaches. LeBron never played for Dean Smith.
Right.
LeBron never played for Phil Jackson.
Oh no.
So like where did that IQ come from?
You'll agree with this watching him as long as you have. LeBron has had that student of the game, IQ of the game since he was in high school. The way that he could pass and like
you brought that up before he got on,
and all that stuff. I mean, LeBron he could see things that like guys who were 10 years older than him weren't seeing.
Can I point out something though that Mike, I know you'll verify at some point or I'll send it in the group chat, but I did my homework on this before. LeBron has played with or been on teams that have had control over the number one pick. I want to say it's either 9 or 11 different players. Now, some of them sucked. Some of them were great. But LeBron has played with a player who's been the number one pick or had a team with the number one pick 9 or 11 times. Jordan never had that. So again, all the guys that LeBron got to play with are ridiculous. Jordan did it with Bill Cartwright, who averaged 5 points a game. Ron Braun gets to just jump to every team in franchise.
Can't pretend Jordan didn't have nothing. He had 2 top 75 players all time on a couple of those championship teams.
And Dennis Rodman, that was a.
They drafted Scotty, and they got Rodman on the second go-round. Rodman
got him on the second.
But I agree with you. I mean, LeBron has played with a lot of talent in his career.
Yeah.
Who are the number one picks, though?
Like Kyrie, right?
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, yeah, you're counting
Anthony
some trash.
Davis.
Who were some of the guys from Cleveland who turned into nothing?
They traded all those picks to the the Wolves, and they got Kevin Love. Even guys that were bums and sat the bench, like Greg Oden. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that he has been on teams with or played with guys that were the number one pick a ridiculous amount of times.
Then he built that team in Miami, like that.
And those guys weren't number one picks either. That's what I mean. Like
that would have been like Jordan. That would have been like Jordan going to the Pistons when he couldn't get over the hump.
Right.
That's another thing, man. Like I know the game's different and all now, but I don't know. Like
The only reason I disagree with that because it's not like everybody. The LeBron to Miami move, everyone, in my opinion, equates the KD from OKC to the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
It is not the same thing. Not even close to the same thing.
Yo, I mean, it's bad that KD did it.
Ooh, preach.
See, no, I know what he's saying. That was awful. That was
Respectfully,
selling out,
KD,
man.
I'm 100%, and I'm gonna be
Did he
for
just
real.
lose to him and then he went
as
to
much,
him?
yes,
He did
they
a you
lost.
can't beat him,
They
join
lost
him
to them.
thing. Yeah.
KD, if you remember, KD and OKC were up on the Warriors 3-1, the same way the Warriors were up on LeBron and them. So they come back from 3-1 and beat you, and you figure out you can't get past them, so you go join
Yeah,
them.
that was worse.
Like I
agree.
I don't think it's the same thing, and I feel like everyone, and to be for real, in my opinion, I don't know. I will have to go back and say this, because I know obviously with Matt being the Celtics fan, one of the when they point out like the big threes and like the guys coming together in the prime, the first one that I remember, and I don't know, I know they maybe didn't have as much control with this, and then maybe that's why what makes it a little different, and I can respect that if that's what it is. But I look more at KG
Paul
and
Pierce and Ray Allen.
Paul and Ray Allen. That's the first three that I think of, and my man's
You're
pointing
not
back.
wrong, sir. You're not wrong, sir.
The only reason now I will admit it was, I know that times were a little different. There was trades. It wasn't just free agency and them coming together. Now, if people are upset, can say like Bron's not it because he in their prime, he put those guys together.
Juice. I'm gonna drop some.
D Wade was
Ramon
there,
is
though.
about to drop. Hey, quiet, you Knickerbocker! I'm gonna drop some knowledge on our guest.
That makes me nervous every time.
Silencio.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, at first.
Hey, I'm just addressing the man by his team's name.
Fair,
Okay.
fair.
It's still scary.
Cheese and crepes. Okay, boys. I know how to keep it PG. 13. Okay. First and foremost, you can go ahead and thank all these guys for where we are in this current state of affairs, because when they put this team together, that changed everything. And our friend Bron got his feelings hurt 2 out of 3 years in a row. We made him leave Cleveland. He copied our format. Did
so
exactly what these guys did.
He said, I can't beat. So he did pull a Durant. I can't beat these guys, Wade. How about we join forces?
No,
and Ray Allen pulled the same.
He would have pulled a Durant if he went to the Celtics.
Right. Ray Allen pulled the same bull
crap. Yeah.
He lost. He leaves.
I did forget.
Also, the Miami Heat and LeBron thing and KD and the Warriors, exactly the same. What happened when Bron went to the Heat? What did everybody say? Oh, it's not fair. What happened when KD went to the Warriors? Oh, it's not fair. How many years were they both there? 4. How many championships did they win? 2. When did they win them? Right in the middle. Exact same thing. So when LeBron does it, everybody's like, oh, he's the GOAT. When KD did it, he got crucified. Mm-hmm.
I agree. But I think the only reason I crucify KD with it, because I think I'm one of the pettiest men walking the face of the earth. There's no way in the world I can see myself being okay going to the team that beat me.
Now I'd hate him.
That's a tough one.
Again, if Bron would have done it and gone to the Celtics, I would be talking about Bron the same way.
I got more respect for the guy. I got more respect for the guy that stands there and watches them celebrate, and he uses that to get back the following year.
To get back to it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's
not to go in with them like, man, I should go jump ship and do this next year. Like,
that's it.
Yeah, that's weak. That's soft.
And like that's I can understand people's argument, and even how I think obviously we were comparing the two, but even Mike brought it up. He talked about how in their era, the players wanted the freedom to do that, to be able to make the decisions and be able to go to the destinations that they wanted to. So, and I feel like I'm not saying that Mike would have done it, but that wasn't even a possibility to make moves like that in his era. If you mean like really going to tell me with a straight face, if you could tell, Mike wouldn't have said, go get peace and peace and peace. to come here, and like Mike still would have been the guy. I'm not believing that. Like these are the best teams in the world. These are the best players in the world. And also, so I hear what you said about the stats, about the three-peats, all that other stuff. One thing that I do question, and I was too young at that point, so I can't really say 100% about it, but I have always personally questioned, and this is only from talks from other players, including Dennis Rodman, who was on the team with Jordan at the time, when they talk about the adding the teams into the league, and they had those additional drafts. They all said, Dennis Rodman came out himself, it was like it's not the same level of competition here anymore because things have dropped down, and a few of those years were the prime of Mike. So is it fair? Is it 100% fair? Not to say Mike still wouldn't have won. I'm not going to say that.
You're saying
Mike
the league got watered down because they had to bring more
the league got
players in that wouldn't normally been there.
That's it. But you were allowed to tomahawk chop somebody out of the sky in the 80s, and now if you breathe on somebody the wrong way.
Yeah, but LeBron, as much as he acts like he flops, which is annoying for how big he is, as big as he is, I think he could have carried himself in that league.
But let's also not forget
that
he came in with the old rule. He came in with the old rules. Go watch some of old LeBron clips. They literally were clotheslining this man to try to stop.
And he wasn't that big. Early on, he was thin. He was little.
He
was.
The vets were not happy with this young kid getting all that attention
and showing him up on top of it.
He took his licks.
Yeah.
Now I will admit, I agree.
But they weren't winning either, though. I mean, they weren't.
They weren't. But he was frying everybody just like young Mike. Listen. I even, of course, everyone thinks about the first game with him playing the Kings, all that coming in snapping. But let's not forget Bron coming in and literally like how many people he's banging on, how many chase down blocks as he's getting. In early Bron when they said he couldn't shoot, and he's out here frying cats. There's the one game. Who was it? The Bucks frying, like killing. Now. And it does bother me that they try to act like a specimen like him couldn't have hung back in that era. I 1,000,000% disagree. And the reason I do, because if you look at the comparison, there were not even really rumors. When LeBron at the height of things, we can all probably say, you can argue which LeBron version was better. But I tend to go because statistically he was the most efficient, and like you can see, like he had that mentality. It was the second year in Miami after they lost to the Mavs. He came back. He was on some other stuff. Mm-hmm. It was clearly different. If you really look at that point, he came in that year. They said he was 300 pounds. So what are you doing with someone that can move like a guard that's as heavy as Shaq?
Yeah, them guys back in the day.
He couldn't play in the 90s. He's Karl Malone, and he can guard your point guard. Like, what are you talking about?
No, he could have definitely played in the 90s, but I'm saying that they kept beating the crap out of people in the 90s, whereas they eased off of it. And then him becoming a monster like that, it was like the perfect storm. But if he's getting tomahawk chopped out of the sky, he might not play 20 years and be so healthy.
Yeah.
But I also think he doesn't have the wear and tear of the other guys. He doesn't have college. He didn't have, he did play AAU, but LeBron only played AAU for 5 years. I would say, 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever. So he doesn't, in comparison to a lot of them, I don't think he had the mileage they had. And even though he was, in crazy shape, like all that stuff, I still think even though he didn't take care as well as he did now, in the later years from year 7, 8, whatever on, he's always been a specimen. Like he's a freak of nature. That one, I still think it's crazy to think that someone can jump higher off one leg than two. Like you shouldn't be able to do that. That's not really okay. But I don't know. Like I said, it is. I think it is a debate. I think it depends on what you perceive as being the best. Like, I think he completely, in my opinion, he's one of the most complete, all around players we are ever going to see. Like, I don't think there'll be eventually, but eventually every record gets broken.
Mike says
but
it's going to be Cooper Flagg.
I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to say that. You can't predict. You can't predict anybody playing the longevity that LeBron has played. You can never predict that accurately.
No.
Cooper will have a chance at it though, mainly because of his age. Because we all forget Cooper is supposed to be a senior in high school right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So like he has. And Cooper's different. Everybody slapped me. Not slapped me. Everybody's been snapping on me when I said it, and I'm gonna be for real, Matt. I think you would appreciate this because of the way Cooper talks trash and the way his jump shot is. I think the ceiling for him, that's the next Larry Bird.
I've been telling these guys for a couple weeks now about Cooper Flagg going to be something different.
He's been saying it. I gotta check him out. I'm not a big college guy.
Check him out.
I am. I'm on it.
Look it up.
So what do we got, man? We got a little bit of time.
Yeah, we got to do a real quick rips.
We can do a real quick just for our special guest. How about that? Because
He's been killing it tonight. He's been a fantastic, very knowledgeable guest.
I would love to hear his answers on this.
Bring him in with a Rick's rip.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, hold on, sir. Well, hold on, Juice. Matt lives as an institution around here. These guys are a little confused. Rick's taking over. You know what though? It's up to our content manager. Content manager, do whatever you're gonna do. That's gonna come back and haunt somebody. No. They're quick. They're quick. Easy one goes bye. And now we're back. All right, cool. Here we go. So, hold on. Let me just put down this big, heavy championship belt that I have on here, Juice. Hold on. So, Juice, this is gonna be a tough one. I know you're a through and through Philly guy.
All day.
If you have to, you don't have an option here. You have to turn in your Philly fandom, but you get to trade it in for a whole other city set of 4. Who are you going with?
A whole one city?
Oh, I mean, you can be like a mutt team, like all these guys, where they're all rooting for the Honolulu, Hawaii Rainbows or whatever. I don't know. What?
I'm Giants, Knicks, baby. Come on.
Just don't pick New York.
Yeah, who's your baseball team?
Phillies. He's a 4 for 4 Philly guy.
Hey, hashtag billion grimaces. We're not there yet.
Topher's Red Sox.
All right, so if I had to trade for a 4, I would say basketball. I'm probably going.
So all 4 of your teams got to be in the same city. You got.
So one city.
One city. That's why I said, come on, buddy, come aboard. I need more.
To be for real, it's probably. I mean, so then there's 2 rules of being Philly fans. Well,
nobody in the division.
We hate Boston. We hate everybody. So all of Boston's out the way, and New York's out the way. Like I can't even stomach it.
I respect that. That's how I feel.
It'll probably be. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but
it's a tough question. Like it really is.
It's either Chicago or LA.
Come aboard, buddy. Come aboard.
So would you be
4 solid market teams?
Yeah. So what would you be? Would you be White Sox? Would you be White Sox or Cubbies? Because you'd be Bears, obviously.
Cubs.
You'd be the Bulls.
Cubs.
Cubbies. All right.
Cubs.
And then you got the Blackhawks.
25% stake in the city of Chicago. So
I'm gonna have to say. I mean, I know it wasn't our question, but I think I would have to agree with that with Chicago. I think I would go with. I think if I had to go with a whole city, and you guys said I had to
whole city,
and then leave New York, and
that's 4 iconic franchises.
Yeah,
in Chicago in all 4 sports.
Them 4, I mean, fantastic. That's a great,
very old school, answer. Big history. All 4 teams.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I like
answer.
it. Yeah. Second question. Top 3 Boston villains, and you can't use Brady as one of them.
Top 3 Boston villains. Top 3 Boston
and you can't
villains.
Use Brady.
As a Sixers fan, you gotta have
a solid choice.
There's Dave.
Nah, I'm gonna say it's gotta be Bird.
Okay.
And the only reason it's gotta be Bird because of the trash talk. Like
he was the greatest trash talker.
Good.
I think Bird has to be top he's got to be top 3 all time.
I think he's the greatest.
It's not even.
Oh yeah,
he might be.
We can have an episode about things that Bird said. We're gonna run out of time if we do that. I mean, there's some 100%. Really cool things that Bird have said. Like,
so
we got to review that sometime. You got to bring that up, Rick.
I'm gonna say Paul Pierce.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm going with Paul Pierce, because again, AI, I'm an AI fanatic. That's my guy forever. AI, we can never get past them. And
how'd you like the statue?
Trash.
How'd you like that?
So the only reason I'm okay with it, because if you look at it's at the practice facility. Everybody's are that small.
All right.
All the whole lineup, like Dr. J's is that small.
All right. I didn't know
like,
that.
all right, like we gotta that's just how they go.
We thought it was Little Penny, that's all.
Nah. Good one. That's a good one. That threw me back too. And then number 3, top Boston Villains. Auerbach.
Ooh, good answer. Good answer.
Gotta be.
That's a good answer.
And I'm gonna say this: honorable mention to Belichick, only because I feel like without Brady, Belichick is not Belichick, and without Brady, I think we look more at Andy Reid as the greatest coach of all time.
Fair.
By the way, Juice.
We'll go out and get 3 in a row, Andy. Let's go.
What happens, Juice? What happens if Len Bias doesn't die in the 80s when the Celtics drafted him?
Oh, it's a wrap.
My dad said he thought he was going to be like the next Mike, like could have been better than Mike. My dad.
That was it.
That's the only thing in my heart that's special. My dad was a Celtics fan, and he loved Bird, and he said Lenny Bias was going to be that guy. I remember he told me that.
He was it. It wasn't even like, to be for real, if that doesn't happen, Lenny doesn't die, I have always questioned, do we get to see Jordan become Jordan? Because how do you get past that team ever? Because again, you already got Magic. So even if Bird, even if Bird had gotten hurt and still went down in his career, Len would be right there.
Yeah, the difference is though, I mean, like Jordan was younger, so eventually them guys phased out anyway. Them teams went away. Like the Pistons teams went away, Boston went away, the Lakers went away.
Fair.
And then it was the Bulls for the next 10 years. Like
10, yeah. Fair.
So
fair.
eventually
he came in 2 years after Jordan. Don't forget.
That's what I was gonna say.
But he would have been around. Yeah.
Len was after Jordan.
You imagine them battles.
I think that would have prolonged. What? That would have been oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would have been. Gosh. That would have been special.
My gosh. So even though I know I'm obviously we talk about age and stuff like that, but I'm a historian. When I would come home from school, like even like elementary school, I would watch Hardwood Classics. I would watch Bill Russell. I watch all them guys. Yeah. Any names you guys got, I'm on it. I'm on it.
John Concac.
Yep. Listen. It takes a lot to get by me. It takes a lot to get by me.
I love it.
All right. Was that all you had, Matt?
Just two.
Or Rick.
They were good ones. They were good ones.
They were good ones.
Dave, you get a pass this time, but get it right. I'm the golden champion. Greg maybe joins the ranks. Maybe
change it from your mom to whoever you are.
Listen.
All right, no more.
Easier to keep track
That's
of.
the dumb shit right there, right? We heard listen too many times.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging in there. This was a long one, boys.
It was a good one. It was a very good one.
It was a good one.
And I liked it.
Remember, like, subscribe, reach out if you want to join, and let's keep this train rolling.